Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our council meeting of December the 22nd, 3 days before Christmas. Tonight's agenda is listed, and as council, can I introduce the agenda? Be it resolved that the agenda for the regular council meeting of December 22nd be adopted. Do you have a mover?
Henry Stevens.
Henry, seconder?
Marvin.
Marvin, thank you. And any additions to the agenda? All the updates are there?
Is the resolution there?
Yep,
I don't see it on mine.
5.2.
Sorry, one second.
5.2?
Is that the?
Yeah, I'm just,
Yep.
sorry, I just refreshed. Sorry, just
Okay.
give me 1 second here. Yes, I see it. Thank you.
Okay, if there's no more items to be added, all in favor? That is carried.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting of December the 8th be adopted. Mover?
Karina?
Okay, Michael and Karina. Any questions regarding those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Yep.
And that's carried. Going to correspondence, we have a letter from FCM president congratulating us. I guess there was an application made on behalf of Genesis House. Those funds were awarded. Marvin, can you, or do you know how much that was for?
I don't know how much. Maybe I know if you know, Karina. It was was for a session.
I think it was $5,000 in total
Yeah.
that we were able to utilize. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that
Yep.
update. Otherwise, the rest of it is just acknowledgement. Then we have a letter there from Pembina Counseling Center, a newsletter. And the next one, we have a letter from the Premier, just simply acknowledging that we are partnering with them as far as our COVID issues are concerned. Nothing else there, I don't think. Then the next one, we have a letter from MMSM in regards to acknowledgement. Looks like you'll have to update those records, Jody, still says City Manager Barb Dick.
Yep, Danica contacted them.
Okay, all right. Just acknowledging the funding that we're receiving, which I'm not sure how that is compared to the previous year, but
It's about, Henry had that question too, and it's about, I think it was 5 or 6% higher than
previous year.
last year.
So would that be based on volume or
It's based on volume.
based on volume? Okay. All right, council, any other questions regarding that? Okay. Then the next item is in regards to the Motorola product life cycle letter. Comes from Bell. And I think wrap that one up is basically saying that there's a 2-year extension, right, Marvin?
Right.
And I'm assuming at least that Richard is the one that's taking care of this, or do we need to do anything here?
The city
I
had to
think-
send a letter on behalf of the Winkler Police Service and the Winkler Fire Department.
Okay.
And so we submitted all of that, and it's all,
Okay, so it's all done?
yep.
Okay. all
And I
right.
think the fire department, Marvin, they started using the radios, within the last 2 weeks?
Right. Yeah. I think about a week and a half ago is when we officially started.
Okay, and it's all working well?
It's working. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sometimes with new stuff, you never know if it works.
Yeah. No, there's new things that will be available as other departments come on board, so that we will be able to communicate with all other fire departments in the province down the line. And so, for instance, if we would have a situation like we've had in the last couple of years, where we were down in southeastern Manitoba to help fight forest fires, or in the Interlake, in the past we were without any communication with our radios, and this way we will be able to communicate with those departments by selecting the channels that they're on.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Hearing none. Then we'll carry on to the accounts payable. Be it resolved that accounts payable in the amount of $2,079,367.03 as approved by the Finance Committee be approved for payment. Mover,
Henry Stevens.
seconder.
Nina Bickert.
Any questions regarding the payables? Maybe just a little explanation, I believe it's included in that list, is the checks that were issued today to our businesses that we're supporting through our joint initiative. And as far as I know, all the checks have been delivered today. They were delivered by Tanya and Leah and myself. And from my personal experience, it was from joy and jubilation to tears. So much appreciated and I think well received.
That's awesome.
All right, all in favor of approval of these payables? And that is carried. Transportation, be it resolved that the Transportation and Utility December the 9th, 2020 meeting be adopted, minutes be adopted. Mover?
You missed 5.2?
Oh, I just didn't want to spend that much money. Okay, we'll back up a little bit. 5.2, yeah. See, Karina, after you asked and then I clicked it off and then I missed it.
Done and done.
There you go.
That's how quick, eh?
I was wondering, we spend money pretty quickly.
Yeah, we do.
Be it resolved, the City of Winkler commit to the purchase of a new 2019 Toromont Cat Grader Model 140 LVR for a net purchase price of $325,000 plus taxes, to be funded using the net proceeds of the insurance buyout for the existing grader and the funds from the General Equipment Reserve. Do we have a mover?
Marvin?
Seconder?
Andrew.
Thanks, Marvin and Andrew. Any further discussion on this piece? You've seen the update from Jody. Any other questions?
Maybe just a quick comment. It's good again to see how diligent our staff is at pursuing all options and making a good recommendation after finding probably what's a pretty good option here to get a new piece of equipment at this price, and even at that point to have a way to bring that cost down even further. Very nice to see.
And to add to that, certainly the encouragement to check with the AMM buying group saved us a fair amount of money on this one piece of equipment, so appreciate that as well. All right, we have a mover and sorry, somebody else?
Well, I think it's right. The recommendation came hesitantly, I think, because of the fact that we have very good people that don't want to spend money frivolously, and they looked at all other options before they would go for this option and make this recommendation. So I think that gives me certainly gives me confidence that this is the right choice.
And the other thing, obviously, when you go out on tender on these items, you'd have to go dig even further to get more bids and then go through all that process while our piece of equipment was sitting idle, was very not an expedient use of time. So
Right.
I think the outcome was very well. And I think you look back at a 24-year-old grader and the net result of $10,000 a year, I don't think we can go wrong.
So, Jody, do you have any idea how quickly this could be useful? Because we're going to have a storm tonight.
Well, that depends how fast they can ship it from Quebec.
It obviously it's not on the truck yet.
That's right.
It may be tomorrow morning, but not yet.
Yeah. This meeting was going to determine how quickly it gets on a truck.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So are we all in favor of that purchase?
Yes.
Yep.
And that is carried. Thank you. Be it resolved that the Transportation Utilities December 9th, 2020 meeting minutes be adopted. Mover?
Andrew.
And a seconder.
Marvin?
Any questions regarding those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor? And that's carried. Be it resolved that Pembina Valley Water Co-op, December 4th, 2020 meeting minutes be received as information. Mover,
Marvin?
seconder?
Don.
Any questions regarding those minutes? And Marvin, have you heard anything regarding the elections?
That's for the Red River
Yes.
Basin one? Yeah, there's Don Weeb and, what's his name, guy from out West Pembina. I think the same two people were reelected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, all in favor of those minutes? That's carried.
Bill Howe, sorry.
Sorry, Bill Howe?
His
Okay.
name's Bill Howe, sorry.
Yeah.
The name slipped my mind.
Be it resolved that the swamp meeting minutes of December 16th, 2020 be received for information. Mover,
Andrew.
seconder?
Michael.
Any questions regarding those or any comments? Hearing none, all in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that the planning committee meeting minutes for December the 10th, 2020 be adopted. Mover
Henry Siemens?
and a seconder.
Don.
Any questions?
This doesn't have our Bergen one in it, does it?
It's an in-camera one.
Camera.
Okay. Good enough.
Okay, so it's included in here, but it's in a separate locked meeting minutes. Okay, any other
Okay,
questions?
perfect. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm just making sure that it said that I left the meeting. Good, perfect.
Okay, all in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that the MSTW November minutes and reports be received for information. Mover,
Don Fair.
seconder,
Andrew.
any questions or comments regarding those?
The
Well-
December. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Don.
Actually, November from previous years has been a lot slower than what actually this November is, or has been. I guess probably helped that we had good weather as well, but the numbers look really good for November.
So they kind of got caught up.
Yes. And there's actually projects started that were unexpected, but there are a lot of new starts.
Would there be an opportunity to include the agenda in these minutes?
Yeah, we could do anything you want.
Whoa!
Sure.
Whoa!
You want
Henry,
the
Henry.
Wow.
Agenda is
I got that too.
we could do that as well.
Karina, the agenda
Now
is
when I
that too
need stuff,
fancy.
I have to ask Karina to ask, and then it'll happen.
Well, the
Oh, yeah.
agenda is already on there.
I don't see the agenda.
It's
on
right in the
here.
beginning.
Well, it is called Planning Committee